Google Analytics provides us all with some great information with their pre-designed sections. If you look at your Google Analytics on the left, you have your audience, your traffic sources, your content, your conversions. But sometimes I get clients who will ask me to look at data in a way that Google hasn't laid it out. Well, if you want to look at data in that way, all you need to do is go to the Customization tab within your Google Analytics. Let me take you through a report that I've created, and then we'll make one for you. Here is a custom report that I made. If you see here, it says visits by source, content, and city. When I click on that, you'll then see the report that I created where it has the sources, the columns that I wanted, visits, bounce rate, the average time on the site, and then you can drill in. So if you want to see how many people came from Facebook, you can do that and look at what individuals came from Facebook and where they went. And then I even have a drill down even further so that I can identify where they were from when they came in. So it makes it easier for me to review information. Custom reports also give you a way to jump through that information. So when you're done looking at Facebook or whichever that drill down is that you selected, you can then go and say, okay, I want to see who came from Google. So really nice and easy reports that you can create that will work perfect for your business. So how do we do it? Well, I just clicked on the Overview tab to bring us back to the Customization home. Click on New Custom Report. Give your custom report a name. So as I had said, my custom report was visits by source and location. Let's do that. You can then give your report tab a name as well. And here is how you add the columns. Now this is the columns that go from left to right. So these are what they call the metric groups. By clicking on the add metric, you'll see them broken down by the categories that you may know. You can also start typing. So if I want to know what the bounce rate is, I can just start typing BO and bounce will come in. I can then add in things by looking this way, like I want to see social or other. So you can see all the items here, okay? So you can add in any particular metric that you want. So let's say you wanted to see the percentage of new visits from a particular one. Or I like looking at the average time on a page. So I wanted to see, let's see. I wanted to see average time on a page. So I can click on average time on page. So now I've got 3 metrics that I'm interested in. Now I add the dimensions. Click on add dimension. And here's where you want to put in the one that is important first. And without additional drill downs, you will not have that hyperlink that you saw that I had. So I wanted to start with source. So I went ahead and did source. Now you could actually make these reports by social source. So you could do just a social report. You can do all types of reports. So I did source. And then I added one more drill down because I was curious about where they went. So I had put in the page title, and as you can see, I can search through these. Just like the other section, I can also just open them up and decide what I want to see about that particular visitor. Maybe I want to know what city they came from. Maybe I want to know what service provider. I have a client who really wants to know what service provider, because they're in a B2B environment and they can actually tell by looking at service provider what companies are looking at them. So you can do something like that. So you can add this in at any way you want, and you can see you can keep adding dimensions. One other thing that's really important, if you share your Google Analytics with someone else, you want to make sure that down here at the bottom where it says profiles, optional, that you decide who else you want to share it with. If you don't open this up to other people that you share your Google with, then they will not see this custom report. So that is important as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now we've got our new custom report, which is visits by the source and location. And then we can see here the source. And I can dig in and look at which page they looked at. So this is a great way for you to make a custom report for your company. And one last important tip about custom reports. Let me click back on Overview. If you want to share a report with a member of your team, you will see here on the right under Overview an option that says Actions. If you hit Share, what will happen is it comes up with a box that allows you to email this link. The person does have to have access into Google accounts, but when they copy and paste that link into a URL, they will then be able to have access to this custom report. Okay, so that is how we make custom reports in Google Analytics. I hope you enjoyed today's training session with Jennifer Shaheen, your technology therapist.